Opportunity here for his nasty snake players to go ahead and slide up. There are some drop shots into this snake, especially from home, but not really from that snake insert. So frankly, the lead nasty player in the snake really has an opportunity to drop and crawl.
Well, can you hear me? Oh, lovely.
All right. Clutch City managed to get a kill. Unfortunately, they're going to lose their snake insert player. That leaves just this snake trying to do something all by himself. Coach, as much confidence as he has in his player, doesn't believe that he can pull off that, so he's going to towel out of it. So first point's going to go to Nasty. If we've learned anything on this field is that flags will absolutely kill you. And these refs, they have no problem throwing flags.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all weekend long they've been pretty straightforward, strict, but also consistent, which I think is the key to any good reffing crew is as long as you're consistent, I'm going to accept every call you're throwing as long as everybody's catching one too.
Yep. I mean, as a coach, it frustrates you when you see a penalty not called once and then it's called, especially on your team, 5 minutes later.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Then you're like, all right, why are you picking a bone with me? What happened?
What did I do? All right, we got Tiki'S Totems on the left, Outlaw AP on the right. Totems with a mixed bag day yesterday. Looking to come in strong here today.
Oh, it looks like Outlaws going to need to check going all the way across the snake side. It's going to be pulled and receive a minor as well. First one of the morning from what it seems like.
It's going to punch a big hole in the back line of Outlaw.
Props to that ref, though. He ran all the way over from the Dorito side.
It is never good when you see a ref flying down the field towards you. Nothing good can happen. Nothing good continues to happen. There was another minor in Outlaw, so they lost 4 bodies.
And I think the snake obviously had identified that and thought, well, if I'm going to go out, might as well go out with a bang here.
Going to go out on my shield.
Trying to do a little rundown, you know. So luckily we can hear reffing. I heard a hopper hit playing on. A little sunshine stretching.
Yeah, we're getting our stretching in.
Oh, here we go. The sun is back in our eyeballs. So if you are, tuning in, we are going to miss a few things because the sun is blinding right now.
It is 7 a.m. Eastern time. Thank you for joining us, you paintball degenerates, on a Saturday morning. I can't imagine the West Coast people getting up.
Oh, and we've got a big call out on the nasty side. We got a ref who's running.
Yep, so we're going to lose at least 1 body off the nasty back line.
Yeah, and the Oilers are going to see this advantage and absolutely take it. They're all the way on the snake. Looks like they're on their side as well.
Yep. There's a nasty play crawling. He's going to come up and do him personal. I see a gun going around that bunker. There it is. Nice move.
Right in the butt. So sorry. Nothing says good morning.
I guess that's better than getting hit in the spine.
Yeah, I can't tell what's different. A little spinal tap or...
Back of the neck.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, that's bad, too.
Yeah, that one's the worst.
Top of the head. In the ear. There's so many
negative outcomes.
That are just not great. All right, so we've got 2 in the snake right now. Clutch City Oilers is there, posted up on the inside, but he's actually going to start making a bump. He's looking for this nasty player.
That was a big move by the nasty player. He cleared that out, stabilized the situation because it was falling apart for nasty.
Right.
It may still fall apart. But if they managed to pull this out, it largely was because of that move right there.
Yeah, Nasty's very patient. They're kind of on the wrap waiting for this to happen. And, I mean, what I like about the Oilers is this snake, I believe, has a support guy somewhere nearby. I'm not sure what Nasty has in the snake to support him. Like I said, the sun is in my eyes. Oh. Let's see. And
nasty player's going to lose that gunfight.
Yes, it's going to be Adkins, number 25.
Clutch City going to close it out.
This is what I like about a Saturday. Games get tighter. Get a little more action, get a little more back and forth.
You're running out of time as a team to make your playoff destiny.
This is that numbers. This is that numbers day, unfortunately, right? You are playing the numbers game at this point.
You know, Thursday and Friday, your pregame pep speeches are just that. They're just like, they're pep talks.
Right.
Your Saturday pep talk from your coach, there's a tinge of desperation in there because you just went like 2-2 or 1-3 or something like that.
Right.
He's not kidding around anymore.
Yeah, and then you're pulling out the calculator by the end of the day. You're trying to crunch the numbers. Like, are we going to make it tomorrow? Or are we? What are we doing tonight? Are we going to Old Town and sleeping in tomorrow? What is our plan?
Yeah.
So we're going to have Outlaws on the left, Tiki'S Totem on the right, and it's going to be 1-0 in favor of Tiki'S. And, of course, there's 14 minutes left. Plenty of time to show us what everybody's got going on.
20 seconds.
And, since teams have had, solid 2 days on this layout, today should really be a little more sharp, a little more precise here. There's really no excuse or wiggle room at this rate.
Yeah, I got to say, as the weekend goes on, the teams start playing the field a little tighter. Meaning they don't take as many wild risks because the other teams have figured it out too.
Right, and Tiki'S Totem, I think, usually they've been diving right into the snake, but they're actually they faked it out in the snake corner. Oh, and you've got a minor going on, so they're going to lose a body.
The good news for them is there's 3 bodies walking off now for Outlaw.
Right, so it's kind of bounced out. As you say that, they got another one. Take the snake out. But even though Tiki'S did make that adjustment of, using the snake corner and then coming in, they still obviously caught that penalty. It looks like, is that 4 walking off?
4, yeah, we've lost 4 bodies for Outlaw.
Oh, Lanza.
There's been a bloodbath out here.
Yep, and it looks like, is that number 20?
Look at the Totem player trying to look straight into the sun to figure out where the last player is.
So look at him and know that that's what we look like as well.
Yeah, we're doing the exact same thing. You think we're saluting the field? No. We're holding up our hand trying to block the sun out.
And what's crazy is if maybe you'll see Falby. He's got his sunglasses on still.
It's
still
not
can't
enough.
see.
I need welding glasses.
Still not enough. Good work for Totem. They did catch that minor, and it was a little nerve-wracking, but they still were like, all right, it's fine. We can still make this happen, and they did.
To me, I think what happened is he was running out to that baby Dorito in the corner. He probably got clipped on something he didn't feel. Slid in, brought his gun up. That's enough. Ref's going to give you a minor.
For sure.
Let's again thank our sponsors. You're the ones that make this happen, and you can help make this happen by going to your sponsors and supporting them. So if you see any of these guys, you need any equipment, go run over to them, buy them. A lot of them are here in the trade shows here at World Cup. Although, from what I'm talking to the trade show, they have sold everything. All these booths are selling out of everything. They're going to be going home with empty trailers.
Oh, well, that's not always a bad thing. And I heard there's a fee to fly back with some things. It looks like Nasty's going to lose their snake diving in, but they have a big run up to the middle in that brick.
Clutch City's going to lose their snake insert bunker. They refill it immediately.
Yeah, and Nasty's got somebody in the snake as well. I'd love for him to kind of, and as I say that, I feel like he's listening. If you're tuning in, listen. Just keep going at this point. Oh, okay, see, it's working. Okay, so let's see. Nasty's got, let me see, this giant brick, the snake, the home, and the mini W Dorito way. Everybody's got a certain job, and I really dig it. Nobody's looking the same way. They all have a good, solid game plan going on over here.
Oilers have that snake corner. They're also in S3. Snake corner trying to do a little bit of overwatch on the snake. The reality is the snake corner does not have great shots down the snake. And if you might have seen there on camera, he had to step about 2 or 3 steps out of the can to get a shot down the tape. They're going to lose their player on the Dorito side. I believe that might have come from the mini wall or the mini temple. Considering the bodies are losing, Clutch City's probably being a little too passive right here.
Mm-hmm.
They need to make something happen soon.
And Nasty does know that Snake Guy's in there. I just heard the snake is hot, so they do know he's there. Now they're going to start formulating a plan of how to remove him if he is the biggest risk to them.
To be fair, on this layout, you better assume the snake is hot at all times.
The snake is always hot.
Yeah, you just I've had some layouts where I've told my team, as soon as the horn blows and we start running, I want to hear you screaming, snake is hot.
Yeah, we had that issue one time. We were in practice, and the guys were like, don't say that. The snake is always going to be hot. Do not make the call that it's not. It's never going to be that way.
There's some layouts where you just go ahead and pre-call that certain bunkers going to be hot.
Assume it is always filled by somebody.
All right, while we were chatting, we saw a movement up into that D2 by Nasty.
Yeah, and the Oilers are going to be wrapped tight on that corner, it looks like.
If the Nasty Dorito player can get into the D3, which is the one where the snake begins, it's a free crawl like to the snake 50. You can just go to the outside, crawl between the snake beam and the Dorito, get to the 50. 50 doesn't have incredible shots over on that Dorito side. Frankly, what you're trying to do is get past it. If you can get to their D3, that's when the world opens up for you.
Right, and the second you cross the 50-yard line, you know you're attracting attention, which gives your other teammates to kind of start taking the opportunity and pushing the other side.
You know, if you can get to their D3, do a bunch of damage and then get bunkered out, that's fine.
Right.
I'm fine with that.
You can come back to the pit. I'd still be happy with you.
Yep.
This guy in the Nasty Brick, his communication is so loud I can hear him through this headset.
Yeah, I know their tactical situation for Nasty just because you're right. They're so loud and they're very clear.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
he's making sure. I'm telling you it's Snake 3. Okay.
Yeah, he's correcting his teammate who misidentified a location.
This is when you got to believe the homie. If he's giving the info, he's giving the info. And you know what? This snake is actually fluffy. He used to play for Darkside, that 10-man with Dave Painter. So he's a pretty sharp shooter, very patient, though. I have seen him on this job for quite some time during this point, and he must have some goal or objective here.
Nasty is starting to push up on their backfield, starting to push up to midfield now over on that Dorito side. Clutch City's been very passive. I think they're just looking to win a gunfight. They're not really making any moves trying to win this. Their snake has been incredibly patient. Number 86 for the Oilers. He's just locked on that Dorito side, and he's not doing anything else.
Yeah, and 77 for Nasty's actually going to start crossing over the other side. He's going to be in there Dorito from what it looks like. He's going to start picking some people off, I believe.
We are under 6 minutes. Ooh. This has been a very long point.
Yes. Okay, he tried. That snake corner got clipped in the thigh, tried to tuck it in a little bit, but wasn't going to make it.
Would it pay dividends to send paintball players like theater camp for acting lessons on how to pull it over on the ref? Time to start working on our ancillary skills. Instead of us just our gunfighting skills, time to start working on some other stuff.
I have seen some pretty good ones. I mean, I've seen like, it's here, it's on the hip. And in reality, it's on a totally different spot. But the ref's like, it's not there. And so they move on, and the guy's like, all right, I'm just going to wipe my thigh really quick. We're
now
good.
That you're not looking at my hopper. Yeah.
Right.
Well, you know the tricks. All right, thanks to Tiki'S Paintball Park. Tiki down here in the Tampa area. They've got a couple teams out here. Obviously, you're watching Tiki'S Totem. Cheer them on if you're a member of the Tiki community.
All right, let's see. Yeah,
Tiki's,
so it looks like we're going to start 5-11 both sides.
Yep, and I like Tiki's run pattern to the snake. Instead of going straight in, which is a real risk, they're going to the snake corner, then dropping and crawling into the snake.
And I think that was their biggest issue yesterday, was they just couldn't get right in.
Yeah, yesterday, the teams have figured out how to shoot the snake runners. So, by the way, Tiki loses their first player off the Dorito side.
Outlaws are going to bump out of the mini SEC into the snake corner, as well as the mini W. They've got somebody in that Dorito corner as well. And I'm going to say that Dorito corner has bumped into the tower. The sun is, just not my friend right now.
Wow, Outlaw players peeling off. This snake side is opening up wide for Tiki's Totem now. They're in the 50s, hunting for kills. He's trying to engage with that snake corner. Well, there's going to be an attempt at a highway run here.
This is number 18.
I think it's going to work.
Yes, I think he's
there. It is.
And it was successful. He comes out clean.
Wow, that was a great turnaround move by Outlaw. If you're watching this stream, do not go into the light.
Yeah, so, we got to give it up to number 18, Duran Martinez, who just made that run down, came out clean, and secured the point for his homies.
That was a great run through.
For sure.
So you can probably, if you want to run the highway in this, you're probably as long as they're not in the middle,
right?
You're probably protected by all those middle bunkers for most of your run. It's not until you cross the 50 that you're going to start putting it, if you're doing a run through, that you're start going to get at risk from shots from, say, the Dorito side.
Absolutely.
Or home. All right, Tiki's Totem up by 2. Wow, that's an enormous amount of time left on the clock, though. 12-12.
Yeah, so 2-1 Outlaws, creeping up a little bit. Plenty of time.
On the other side, we just watched a very long point that Nasty managed to pull out. So we're down to 6 minutes. Still plenty of time. It's only 2-1.
30 seconds.
okay, so we've seen this layout the past couple days. It's a Saturday. We want to see something different. What is something you were looking forward to having? Hopefully some sort of adjustment that you're looking to see that we haven't seen yet.
I'd like to see double runners to the middle bricks.
Okay.
I've only seen it when teams have been in like desperate, we're down a point, we got 30 seconds.
Right.
I think it's a viable play at most points of the game.
For sure. Okay, so we've got Oilers on my right, Nasty on my left. Both are going to double up this home bunker.
Nasty going to lose a player off their back line. They do have control of this brick up the center.
Oilers are going to come out of the snake corner and make their way into the snake. I believe this is not Fluffy again, so I'm interested to see how this player plays out the snake. It's always good to have a variety going. Unfortunately, our snake player, 27, looks like has allowed a bump to happen from the home into that mini W for Nasty.
So this brick player for Nasty's up here at the 50 brick, his job is utterly to try to control this snake, try to prevent that guy from getting any further upfield. Let me tell you, though, everybody that's listening to this probably can combine. You know what you're going to shoot? You're going to shoot the dude's barrel. You know how often you get a kill on a barrel hit? It's almost zero. The refs did.
Unfortunate. And look at
huge run through. That's what I meant earlier about players are willing to trade bodies now to take that brick out. It's that important. And
right, now look at the snake. He's going to take the opportunity and start pushing.
Exactly. Very smart. Oilers lose another player on the Dorito side, though, so they're starting to run out of bodies. I think we might be looking at 2 left for Oilers.
It's actually going to be 3. They have 1 on that Dorito tower, 1 pumped up the middle, and 1 running down the snake.
Well, they're going to close that out. A lot of nasty players walking off, so they're going to tie that up. It's going to go 2-2. We're going to end probably about 4:15. No, 4:23. 4:23 on the clock.
Close. We'll give it to you. A little over-under.
All right, what do you want to see more of on this snake?
I mean, I think we're kind of in the same boat.
On this field.
On this field. Less snake. I think we're kind of in the same boat. I'd love to see a little more middle action. I think I've been saying that past couple of days. I want to see more of it utilized. I feel like it's utilized more end point, more end game. Kind of like I'd love to see more of that push. We have a lot of back bunkers, and then we send a snake corner. Just send a snake corner and have him fill in later, but let's start pushing that middle more. I just feel like there's so much opportunity. Don't get me wrong, you are risking trading bodies if the other team's in the same boat, but still, chances of you having a little more coverage is there.
By the way, Nasty's going to start down a body on this next due to penalty.
Oh, no.
Thank you to Wasteland Paintball Park.
Oh, yes, thank you very much.
Out of Texas. Run by some guy named Anthony. Heard of him before.
Oh.
Yeah. So here's a puzzle to me, right?
Okay.
This 50 brick over here on the snake side is so critical to stopping the snake.
Right.
And we know that the can in the snake corner really can't do much to stop the snake. And the amount of times I've seen somebody going for that middle brick that's gotten shot is very low. I don't understand why teams aren't just, as a matter of course, sending a player to the 50 brick every single time. I don't understand why they don't do it.
So I do like the Tiki'S run that we've been talking about, right? They go to the snake corner and they just dive right in. I think they should still do that, and they should put somebody in that brick, and that whole adjustment for them is really going to be beneficial, I would say. I mean, I said that, and they are up by 1, so.
All right, here we go. Outlaw down by a point, but
See,
lots
that's what
of
I'm
time.
talking about, yeah.
Yep.
It's perfect for them.
Outlaw is going to lose a player right off the bat. They have no snake presence right now.
But Outlaw is going to be in that giant brick,
Yeah.
though. They're going to post up waiting for the snake. Which, I mean, is smart, because if you can't shoot him off the break, you better post up and wait for him, because you know he's coming.
There it is. The Outlaw player managed to get to the stream coming from his opposite mini insert. Now into snake 3. Outlaws now in good control of the snake side over here.
Totem's going to lose one as well, it looks like, taking the walk.
I see this insert player moving. Yep, there it is. He gets into the snake himself. Managed to dink out that brick. That's a big kill.
That's a very big kill. Okay, I love this. Now, does the Totem player... Oh, I was going to say, does he run by his player? Oh, he does not, because... Oh, and they lose both. They lose 3. Lord, what just happened?
However, Tiki going down that 50 Dorito side, he's crossed on the... I think he's going to hit the buzzer with a live player for Outlaw still on the field.
Isn't this... Okay, we saw that yesterday as well. Oh.
Yeah, you know what? You know what helped Tiki's Totem do that? They ran with their backs to the sun. So this Outlaw player in the snake, who did have eyeballs on that side, He's looking straight into the sun.
Yep.
I'm not going to say the Totem player knew that, but it absolutely worked.
I think we're going to say that the IQ is high enough where they knew. They said the sun is in my favor.
We got some Mensa level players out here.
Yes, we're going to boost the egos a little bit. We got a lot of high IQs out here.
30 seconds.
All right, we got just under 4.5 on the clock. Oilers versus Nasty, all knotted up. Do you expect to see conservative or aggressive game plan?
4 minutes left, tied up. I'm going to go with a little conservative, especially because it's a Saturday. You know, you need to, you're either banking on the win or you're banking on your margin at this point.
Game on.
All right, so it looks like Nasty's going to start 5 alive.
Oilers also 5 alive. They're in the snake corner.
And
snake insert.
It is a very conservative breakout for Nasty, I'm going to say. They only have one guy who's pushed up, and he's in the giant wing. And as I say that, he's going to keep going, and I believe he's in the brick.
One of the Oilers' home players who had doubled up. Go ahead and slid forward into the mini insert on the Dorito side. The mini temple, excuse me. Now Oilers' corner player dives into the snake himself.
Yeah, we've got Nasty who is on our screen right now. He's wrapping that brick Dorito away, trying to find someone or something. But I think he's found somebody on the other side, so he's kind of posted up here. And then you got the home player for Nasty trying to shoot some paint in on the snake, even just to shake him up a little bit. And he's going to slide over this way as well. We lose 25 for Nasty. We just want to shout out, again, we talked about yesterday, Texas Hemp. Thank you for giving us all the resources to have such a beautiful show on YouTube for the people.
Concede. Point approved.
Now, how serious is the pep talk going to be in the pit?
I mean, if I'm a player, I'm kind of scared at this point.
What the coach is going to say to you, or your game situation?
Yeah, across the board.
30 seconds. 20 seconds.
All right, Outlaw down by a couple points. There's lots of time on the clock, so they don't have to get stupid about it yet.
And Outlaws are going to kind of take some risks here. They've got a double home, and they've got 2 in the tower, 1 in the snake corner.
First Totem player coming off from the home. So they're down to 4 bodies.
Okay, and it looks like Outlaws have launched over on the Dorito side. Not sure how far he's made it, but it looks like he's made it in clean.
Totem player going to go ahead and slide up to his S4. There's no brick or middle presence for Outlaw.
Yeah, Outlaw is going to catch a pack hit while they were trying to dive into the snake, unfortunately. Which, I mean, gives Tiki'S full opportunity if they notice.
Well, Outlaw is very much aware of the presence of the snake player for Totem, and they're going to make his life hell.
They're going to fill that snake corner and make sure that he knows that it's not going to be an easy crawl for him.
Oh. I like the idea. So the Outlaw player trying to go from the snake tower to the brick on the inside. I like the idea. It didn't make it work because he had to run through gun, but tactically it would have been a better position.
Right. And you know what? What I do like about Outlaw is I feel like the second they lose a body, they make quick adjustments. They're not looking around like, what am I supposed to do now? They're very much like, okay, I've lost my guy. I need to go do this job now.
Yeah. That's smart players.
For sure.
They don't have to spend time puzzling it out.
Right. And that's how you know people have had like a bunch of reps in this layout and they've actually like talked through scenarios. Ooh, and looks like Totem is going to lose their first snake guy, but they do still have one falling up, instant fill.
They have
That's
a backup.
Way to do it, yes.
They've bought snake players. They've bought snake players in bulk. They're prepared for this situation.
Everybody is a snake player.
When the man in the snake falls, the man behind the snake picks up the snake and moves forward.
Correct. And Tiki'S is actually going to lose somebody in that giant wing, but now they've got somebody in the mini W and the snake. Outlaws are still in the snake corner. Kind of wondering what his game plan is here. And if there are any more Outlaw players, I cannot see them.
Tiki'S.
Shout out to them though. They're out there.
You're doing God's work.
You're doing the best.
Tiki'S Totem in the mini wall in the back line. Of course, they're here in the snake up here at the other team's 40. This Totem at the 40 represents their best chance of peeling this game apart. Although there's creeping.
Okay, here we go. We've
There's
got an Outlaw player
player
on
creeping.
Dorito. Yes. Oh,
No, he didn't creep enough.
no. He missed the shot.
And while that was occurring, it looks like a Outlaw player slipped around the back door. Hit the buzzer, and he's going to get a check if he's clean.
That's it.
It's
Okay.
going to bring Outlaw back within a point. Uh-oh. There's been backup called.
Point approved.
No.
Nope,
Okay.
he's good. Yes.
They're calling it clean.
Yeah. Oof,
When I see a
scary.
paint check going on and refs are rushing in to get involved
Right.
in it, it's never good.
Yeah, my biggest fear is watching a check and you see one, and then you see two, and then you see
It's
three, and
not
you're like,
good.
no, please.
You know this
for the
isn't
love of
ending
all
well.
things holy, don't do this to me.
Again, we're on day 3.
Right.
What have I not seen yet?
A dirty hang.
I haven't seen a dirty hang once.
I'm really glad that you didn't bring the bingo cards and was like banking on that space. 'Cause
Yeah.
you probably would have lost
I always
yet
lose.
again.
I always lose paintball bingo. So up at our league, which is the NEXL
Yes.
in out of Massachusetts, we play paintball bingo on our webcast. So all the actions that occur on a field, and myself and Anthony Vitale go at it.
Yeah.
I almost always come out on the losing end of that one.
And I've been saying it. I think Falby rigs it so he loses because Ant is not the best loser.
Yeah, maybe that's it. No, I'm just bad.
All right, so we've got Oilers on the right. We've got Nasty on the left. Again, you know, you're pretty standard double up the home. Read and react here.
All right, Nasty pushing up the middle to this wedge. Oh, I see laundry in the air.
Yeah,
Yep.
so Oilers, they actually caught a penalty in the snake corner, so it's going to take him out, and it looks like the other player was in this mini temple, I want to say.
This is what Nasty needed, an opportunity to bring this game back 3-3.
For
They haven't
sure.
won it yet, but they have the opportunity to push this snake.
Oilers making
Whoa.
quick adjustments, though. He really booked it out of that home into the snake corner.
So that was a good adjustment because they need to do some damage control over
Right,
here.
you don't want to leave this side empty. You don't want to give them opportunity. All right, so you're the Oilers. You're in the home, snake corner, and the mini W. Now you just can't lose this mini W because then you're in that can, you know, last to a live situation. And we all know we saw a lot of that yesterday, and it just wasn't
It
successful.
doesn't work well.
Right.
That said, if you're the Oilers, we're now under 2 minutes. You might want to go into pure time kill mode. If you can just drag this out, you could win this match.
Right, let's hear. I mean, I'd love to hear a story time at this point. Be like, all right, let's
Well,
pace ourselves, slow it down a little bit. We are in the lead.
now story time is usually a call that's used to slow your team down that's being over-aggressive. Oilers cannot be aggressive here. They have no choice but to plant their feet, start filling a bunch of sandbags, dig in, start calling it the Alamo and seeing what they can do. They're pretty well set up for defense, too. This is very doable.
Right. As long as they don't end up too alive in these cans, they should be okay because we saw that a lot yesterday. Then you would lose the snake corner, then you're losing the home guy, and that was it. But they've got someone tucked into this mini, so
Finally, somebody from Nasty recognizes the tactical situation. Number 21, their lead snake player, realizes we're at a minute.
right.
Guys, we got to make this
We gotta
happen.
go.
And they can do it right here, right? They've got 2 in the snake. They definitely control the snake corner, who's not even looking down the snake anyways.
So my only concern with that, right, is you're going to send somebody down. You've got 3 guns waiting for you.
Yeah, but under a minute, what choice do you have? You're down a point. You got to send it.
Right. You have to, yes, you have to die on your sword, but and it looks like they do have an elimination out of the home.
2
out
eliminations.
Of the snake corner. They got this mini W left to kill.
He's going to
and
die.
They look like they take it. So now,
They're going to tie it up.
yeah, with 30 seconds left on the clock.
Now, do they want to wait to under 10 so they can't be another point run? And go to overtime?
I mean, it depends on where you're at and the scores.
It's how much you embrace chaos, I suppose.
How much do you love it? Can
Do
you
you-
coordinate it well?
Do you want to play a point with 15 seconds on the board and see the chaos that results?
I mean, we saw a lot of that yesterday. So, I mean,
Some players just want to watch the world burn.
yeah, some players just want to make the run for it. Let's be real. They've been training all year long. They want to run.
All right, so we're going to see an overtime point in that game. We got 8.5 on the clock. Plenty of time for Outlaw. Oh, Narragansett. Thank you. Thank you for sponsoring. Narragansett is a super popular beer up in the Northeast. I don't know how it does in the rest of the country, but it's good stuff.
Now I'm going to have to go home and try it.
You've never had Narragansett?
I've never had it, but now I need to.
Get out of my booth.
I need to fly home right now.
Get out of my booth.
10 seconds.
You're not a New Englander. You're a fraud.
Well, yeah, you're right. I just drink my espresso martinis and I call it a day.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know. She's
is
a
a
coffee
blue-
lover. What can I say?
This is a blue-collar webcast. You're killing me.
All right, so Totem is going to make their way. This whole snake corner, bump into the snake thing is really working for them. This adjustment is actually perfect for them compared to yesterday.
Outlaw snake player getting a check. He's going to get yanked out. Fortunately, no penalty.
Tiki'S does lose a body in that back line, though, unfortunately. But they still have a home guy, and he's pretty solid up there. And now we've got 2 in the snake as well.
So we're 4-4, although I'll say tactical advantage for Tiki'S here. They're crawling up to that 50. No presence in the middle for Outlaw, so this Tiki snake player's got a lot of room to kind of do what he wants. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a minor for Outlaw.
That's not where you want to be right now.
No, this snake side of the field is now just gutted. There's nothing there.
Yep. Now you need Tiki'S to pick up on that. That's all.
Yeah, there we go. Outlaw's going to concede out of that one. Leave a lot of time on the clock.
All right, so 4-2 Tiki'S. And then we've got we're in an overtime point right now, correct? Yeah?
Well, we have 1 second on the clock.
Oh, Lord.
I don't
even think you can take your gun off the box in
No,
1 second.
no.
If you can, props to you, but I just...
You have just enough time for a false start.
Yeah, false start.
All right, so we're going to switch that to an overtime point. I think they're going to take a little bit of break. Let Totems and Outlaw get back on the field. So I think what they just did is they technically ran that point. I think what we just saw is that being run, the 1 second being, but there's obviously a gentleman's agreement by both teams. Don't even bother taking the field.
Which I do love sometimes.
Yeah. Clutch City and Nasty taking a timeout. Well, I take it back. We are going to, no, so they did not phantom run that point. They're just going to skip it. Looks like, according to the scoreboard, we're going to get the overtime point going.
All right, so you're tied up 3-3. What's your plan?
I hate to say it because as a webcaster, it doesn't help our ratings, but I think you come out conservative. I think you double up home. You have your runners pull up a little bit short, and then just, you work to make your secondary bumps. There's just so much on the line in an overtime point. You just you can't take wild risks. I guess you can, but. So
what you're saying is they both play conservative for 5 minutes, and then I get my 1v1s? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That is the dream scenario, Nicole.
That is my dream. I don't know if y'all missed it yesterday, but we were in an overtime point that almost ran out, and the head ref, his name is Jason, he looked over at me, and I thought I should plan my funeral because he knew that we were, cheering for those. And I looked over, and he looked at me, and I was just like, oh no, I think I'm in trouble now. I'm manifesting it, and he does not. He's not a fan. He doesn't like it.
I have talked to several teams and asked them if they get to overtime, if they can just go ahead and kill it. just please
give me one.
Please get us to one-on-ones. That's all we're asking.
We've got 2 days left. I just want to see one. I want to see your best homies out there. Just
You're no longer athletes. You're entertainers. You damn well better give us the 1v1s that we request.
I'm not asking for a lot. I'm just asking for a little 1v1 action. Is it so hard? All right, Nasty on the right, Oilers on the left. Let's see how this plays out. 5 minutes overtime.
So we got a double up at home for both teams.
Yeah. And you know what? You're right. We are a little conservative on the Nasty side. They do make this launch up to the giant wing, though, on the Dorito side.
Oilers a little bit more adventurous. They do go into the snake on the break.
I'm not seeing a lot of movement from the Nasty players. I think they're trying to read and react. As I say that, they leave that giant wing. They're going to move up here.
Well, Oilers are going to lose one of their home players.
Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, okay. I don't know if you missed it. We got Nasty who just threw a pod at that giant brick. Trying to set up a trap to see if Oilers will fall for it, trying to make the run. Hopefully it goes in their favor. There's
no Oilers within realistic bunkering range of that, so I don't think it's going to work.
Now I just hope this guy does not run out of paint because there's that pod.
It's a full pod, too.
Yes. You got to have some weight to it.
There's no rules against filling a pod with cement.
Or carrying a red pod and throwing it up and tricking the team into thinking it's a major.
That has been tried before.
It tried locally. I know Dynamic uses it a lot. I think it's worked out once, and so now it's, trusty trusty trick.
It's a go-to.
Yeah, I think Nasty's kind of just going to sit here for a moment. They're trying to put the pieces together, find out how do we, start eliminating the people that are giving us the biggest run for our money.
Oilers are a little bit more willing to be active on the field and move around, even though they're down a body. I have seen a lot of these overtime points go basically stalematey up until about a minute.
Right.
And then suddenly both teams. So you may sit here for 4 minutes going, wow, this is kind of slow. And then it just all explodes in the last minute.
Always my favorite part.
Explosions.
Just the chaos that happens at the last second. Everybody's desperate. They're not really thinking all the way through. So now they're just going based on instinct and skill.
Nicole wants to watch the world burn.
I'm just here to watch a smidge of violence. No big deal. Just a smidge. Nobody actually hurt each other, but,
A spoonful of violence makes the overtime go down. All right, Oilers in the snake, but he's held up. Okay, we got both the snake 2 and snake 3, but they're kind of held up. They're having a hard time moving forward. They're going to have a real hard time moving forward now that Nasty's gotten into this brick over here in the snake.
Right. But I do actually, if Nasty is going to look snake way on this brick, the Oiler on the cake has a good shot on him, I believe. Oh,
a drop back.
Retreat. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Something must have spooked him a little bit.
So from that brick, you can shoot down into the snake. You can actually stand a little bit tall and put your paint down. Mm-hmm. So especially as they try to crawl around the outside of snake 3, you have a chance to clip their pack. So that's why I prefer that brick at the 50 rather than this wedge at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and we've got, looks like 2:15 on the clock right now. Everybody's still kind of pretty stationed up here.
Yep. Still slow rolling it.
Maybe they heard us yesterday and they thought we should.
You think they're trying to get to a one-on-one?
Maybe. I keep looking over at the head ref, and he keeps looking at us, and I'm like, oh, no.
All right, Oilers make a move out to the snake corner.
Yeah. And Nasty's got to be, looks like in that home, and then also in the Dorito side tower.
Frankly, the Oiler lead snake player could drop and crawl the whole length. Right now, there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing that could stop him.
Right. I think they're both dead set on this job, whatever the job may be. I don't think they're reading and reacting the field right now, which is unfortunate for them because this point could be ended way sooner for them. We've got 1:30 on the clock as well.
When that automated voice goes over the intercom that says 60 seconds, you're going to see a whole different behavior out of these teams.
Don't blink because you're going to miss it.
Yep.
I do see a lot of guys kind of sitting up here. I don't know if they know that they're in overtime and what's happening, but I'd love to see a little more on-your-feet action.
Well, Oilers are better poised to actually attack over here on the snake side, so this might be where you see all the action coming from.
Okay, here it goes. Ready?
Here it goes.
This is it. Keep
Panic
your eyes peeled. Tape them open. All right. Yep, we've got an ass thrower going to slide into the snake.
Oh, okay. Oilers lose their corner player.
We've got 45 on the clock.
I think your odds of getting from 1v1s just went up.
I'm scared to even look at the head ref right now, but we'll see. So 31 is going to be in that wing. 25 is making his way up the snake for Nasty, but Oilers are posted up in that cake waiting for him.
Here we go.
I don't think he knows it, unfortunately. Yep.
There's a creep. It's not.
Oh, but they do trade. Gets him on the hopper.
Trade is not going to win this game, though.
Right. Okay, so 20 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, 1v1.
Come on.
1v1.
13 on the clock, people.
Yeah, we're going to double overtime here. I'm calling it.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he is out of paint.
5 on the clock.
The Oiler player is out of paint. He might just have something in his hopper. No, he's not. Nasty's not going to get to it.
I need to hide. Where do I hide?
You brought this about? This is your fault?
So, yes, I'm waiting to hide from Jason as he's talking to whatever player. See, here he comes. I don't, should I hide behind you? I don't really.
Yeah.
We'll just give him a little.
I'm going to give him a double thumbs up.
I don't know if you can see it. Look at
Yes, it happened, Jason.
We need an angle on Jason. He's very upset. Listen,
Oh, the head ref Jason looked back at us. He knew what we were rooting for.
He came right over here and he goes, listen, I knew.
We've been friends this whole weekend, but not now.
I know. He flew all this way from England just to have me beg for 1v1s.
His flight home's going to be delayed at least another...
He's going to be cursing my name. Never mind TSA.
Back to Outlaw AP. They're down by 2 points.
7:40 on the clock for...
Lots of time.
Yeah, absolutely. Outlaw just has to start, making the moves here. And as we say that, Outlaw's going to start pushing this snake heavy. He's going all the way. They've got 2 launching up, one in the... looks like a double Dorito?
First
No.
Totem player walking off, so they're down to 4 bodies.
Tiki'S has got good positioning, though, right now. They've got that snake, and they've got that giant wing over there.
Tiki out to the snake corner now.
Outlaws do lose their snake, guys. So hopefully this corner can fill quickly. If not, they're going to take advantage of it. As I said, let Tiki start sliding in.
Tiki's get another kill, and I'd start calling story time if I were them.
Absolutely.
Tiki's starting to push up that middle now.
Yeah, and you can hear Outlaws. They're passing the info. They're calling a Cobra and a Snake, so I'm assuming they mean the corner. Oh, and they do lose a guy, so now Snake corner is going to fill up to the Snake side tower, but he doesn't make it.
I think he's getting pulled on a penalty.
Oh, no.
They're going to concede out of that one.
Oh, Atlanta.
I think that was the right thing to towel on that one. So they're going to have about 6.5.
This is the time.
We get what we wanted. The viewers get what they want. Everybody wins.
Yes. If you were upset with us yesterday, you cannot be now because we have hand-delivered some more action on Saturday morning. You've ended up in 1v1s. So it looks like Nasty's going to send out number 20, Baker.
We got number 26 here for Oilers. It's Raffield. 4 pods. Does that seem like a lot of paint for a one-on-one?
So I was just going to say, which direction do you go in for this, right?
I go less pods. I go 2 pods at most.
2. Okay, so let's see.
All right, both are going to stick at a home at first. Wow, big run up the middle by Oilers.
Oilers is just, you know what? If you're going to do it, you full send it, and I really do appreciate that.
And Rayfield didn't see it. I'm sorry, that Rayfield did it unseen, and he gets the kill.
Oh, my gosh.
Nicely done.
You know what? You have to give it to him, right? Aggression and moving really gets you a 1v1, right?
So in 1v1s, this is my pet theory. I'm not a professional. Movement gets you the element of surprise. And when you have the element of surprise, you get easy kills.
Right.
So congratulations to Rayfield. He deserved it. He took some big risks running to the 50 as soon as he got gun dominance. Then he slid across the field into their brick, posted up.
Yeah, congrats to him. I mean, what a move. I'm actually really hoping that we can pull him, kind of get his thought process behind the whole thing, hopefully. I know that they're celebrating, but we'd love to have him come on over and, give us a little preview on how it feels to start your morning winning a 1v1.
So 1v1, you get gun dominance. That means that guy's going to go blind for a second. You make a bump lateral or anywhere. Just go anywhere. And the next time he comes out to shoot, he's shooting in the wrong direction. So then it's just, does that defending player have the reflexes fast enough to pull back when you surprise him from a new angle?
Like I said, I don't really know if that home bunker was really ideal to kind of hang out. I know he's trying to read and react the move, but the Oilers took that and ran.
So fast.
Right. And you know what? The middle gives you the most coverage like we talked about. So I think it was a good move. That's why when we started, I was like, which way are you going to go here? Which way is your best way? I think it was a good run for him overall.
All right. Outlaws in a 3-point hole. They got 6:45 on the clock. Outlaws up the middle to the to actually both bricks, although one of the bricks is about to get a Jason's going to say thank you for coming, but you need to go now.
You got to go. And Tiki'S looks like they have all 5 alive so far. And as I say that, they do lose somebody who's trying to bump out of the home.
So I think we're 3-on-4 in favor of Tiki. Oh, another body dropping for Outlaw. 3-on-2.
Right. Tiki'S going to try to run the highway.
That's going to be a trade out. No,
yes.
no, it's not.
No, it's going to be a major penalty, and it looks like it's going to be on Tiki'S.
That's huge.
Atlanta.
It's going to give Outlaw a chance here. I think they're... How many Outlaws do we have left on the field?
Hopefully enough.
I think we might have one cruising in, or is that a dead player coming off?
Yeah, they've been given a gift. Hopefully they can take advantage of that.
Hopefully they have a body left. There are no bodies. Nope.
Oof. That's tough.
You were given a gift and you didn't have anybody left alive to take advantage of it.
What the heck?
Refs are trying to sort it out.
Oh. We're having a small ref meeting right now. I'm trying to eavesdrop.
Is there any chance that Tiki has to start down a point? Thanks again to Holistic Touch Spa. out of West Virginia. If you're in that area, give Danielle a chance. She can make you feel better. Owned by one of the WNXL Cheetahs player. So you're directly supporting the sport. If you're in that area and you give her a chance, give their spa a chance to help work out all those kinks. Your body is going to be wrecked after a tournament, so a nice massage at a spa sounds pretty good. I used to see massage tables set up at some of the tournaments, which was actually a really good idea. I like that.
I think when your hormesis had a massage table and a barber. They had both going. A barber, yes.
At a tournament?
You could go to hormesis, you can get your hair cut, you can get your shoulders rubbed, you go back to your match, looking fresh, feeling great.
All right.
Very beneficial, I guess.
Then you get all those little hairs in your mask and your visor, your foam.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's warm towels. That's the best part.
You know what that is convenient for? Is making some side bets with your teammates. Some impromptu mohawks because you failed to, or reverse mohawks if you failed to cover tape or something.
Yeah. I'm scared. Oh, hi.
Oh.
Oh. I've never seen that. All right, Falby, give me the explanation because
that was interesting. So that's totally fine. One of the, I guess it would be an Outlaw player. No, I'm sorry, it would have been the Totem player. One of the Totem players who was dead, coming off, walking past, might have been Outlaw. I think it was a dark jersey. In any case, the point is a dead player walking off, hit his own buzzer, which is the equivalent of toweling, and that is legal. So a dead player is allowed to hit his own buzzer, not the other team's buzzer, to kill the clock and effectively towel out of the match, even dead. Didn't know that.
I know. That is actually the first time I've seen it as well. So I was like, when Jason came over, I was like, uh-oh, we're getting a talking to now because of 1v1s? But no, actually, we're being told a very interesting, rare occasion that I've actually have never seen. So that's pretty cool.
I think somewhere deep in the recesses of my memory bank, I've seen it once before, but I can't remember it.
Oh, the opposite team pressed it. Oh. The tea is hot, people. The opposite team actually did. Was
it an Outlaw that hit it? Hit the Tiki?
Oh. So Outlaw hit Tiki.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
the
story
hot.
changes.
The tea is hot.
Whoa, that story just changed in a bad way.
That is wild.
So a dead Outlaw player buzzer striked the Tiki Totem's buzzer. I don't even know what that penalty is.
I mean, I'm really good with the rule book. I mean, I think I read that thing to bed, but I don't know what you would do there. What do you even say?
I think you'd have to go in the penalty. I think you'd have to go in the rule book and look for a penalty that has something about sportsmanship. I think, and which, by the way, are not a minor and not a major. It's going to be, you're talking gross major, maybe up to suspension, minor suspension type of territory, is where the real sportsmanship stuff kicks in.
Yeah, it's a rough hit. You come all the way to World Cup and then you catch a suspension. You know what? Maybe, I don't know what their scores look like, right? I don't know where they stand here, but maybe he was like, you know what? We're not gonna make it. Might as well just, stir the pot, start some drama.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he thought he was just being funny. Maybe he wasn't like a sneaky tactical move. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. That might have been his thought process.
I mean, we were just talking about bets being placed, so maybe it was a bet. Yeah. Like, I bet you won't do that. I bet you I will. I bet you I will throw this whole thing.
I hope it's something like that. Otherwise, the coach is canceling a ticket home for one of his players right now.
Yeah, he's going to actually just strap him to the top of the plane. He can travel that way.
Going with the suitcases. Yeah, so I'm watching our field head ref, Mikhail, heading over to have an explanation. He's got phone in hand, which means he's got the rule book pulled up.
Well, either that or he's pulling up a replay.
Look at one of the Outlaw players smiling.
He thinks it's hilarious.
He also embraces the chaos.
He's like, you know what, it is what it is.
There's no specific rule on this.
Right.
Mikhail is just going to go through and he's going to say this is the most appropriate. And they're going to argue, no, that's not fair. But the truth is, he's got that right to just pick something and go with it.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what the solutions.
Okay, so we're going to be in X-ball mode now. They're going to resume the game. Tiki's Totem is going to go up. I don't. Well, let's watch to see how many players take the field.
Right.
For
Outlaw. I don't know what the full consequence is. Tiki does get the point, but also what else are they going to gain out of this?
don't
very
know.
rare occurrence.
Congratulations to Outlaw on making history, and one of the first times I've seen anything like this happen on a field.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you're Outlaw, you want to come by for a post-match interview, I'd love to know what the thought process was, because I'm a little shook, and it takes a lot to surprise me. I've seen it all, but
Not seen this.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know the scoop. Why?
So
Who
right
bet
now I'm
you?
seeing 4.
How much money was it?
I'm seeing 4 Outlaws take the field.
Reasonable, right?
Is that it? Is there another one?
1, 2, 3.
No, I think that's it.
That's it. Unless
Now that could have had something to do with the penalty that was already assessed. They didn't have enough bodies to fill. I still don't know what the ruling is on that one.
yeah, we're gonna have to hopefully make friends with Jason again and ask him.
Yeah. Ooh. All right. Well, we are truly puzzled over here in the webcasting booth.
For sure.
I'm at a loss for words, and my job is to have words. So.
Right, and I'm a certified yapper. I'm a professional yapper, and I don't know what to say here.
Yeah.
Besides petting this dog.
Oh, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the comment section right now is probably blowing up.
Yeah,
They're
please.
probably like, oh my gosh, I've never seen this, or
Please, I want to see all the rule book lawyers in the
Yes.
comment section.
yeah, where's Titans Legal when you need them, you know?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you the fact that my client, an outlaw, you know what? To be fair,
Was acting like an outlaw.
is acting like an outlaw. You know, exactly.
All right, 6-2, Tiki on the left, Outlaw on the right. I mean, I'm sure we're just here for, I want to say,
The lulls?
shits and giggles, basically.
All rules are off now. The Outlaws have said we don't care.
Yep, they're here. And they're going to full send it up this middle.
Yep, flying bodies.
Yeah, I mean,
It's working.
45 on the
They've
clock.
got 3
They're
kills.
picking them off. Okay. Who needs a 5th body?
Gosh.
Just take 4.
Holy crap.
Only thing is that Tiki doesn't have that snake filled, but Outlaw does identify that, so they're going to probably try to contain. And
Just 1 player left.
oh yeah, and this Outlaw player is going to make a full middle run. The snake will take him out though.
Now the Outlaws know where he is. Oh, no, they don't. They're still running the wrong way.
Oh no!
Another body dead for
All
the
right,
Outlaws.
something's happening here.
Are we at a 1-on-1 or 2-on-1?
Ooh,
Oh, my
let's see what
God.
happened. This guy made. Wow.
He's Totem player.
Okay, who is this? Who wanna-
He is smallpox. That's what he is. He's killing everybody on the field.
Oh, Friedenhoff?
Wow.
Friendoff?
Wow.
Something like that.
By the way, Outlaws just conceded into a mercy, which, you know, they were going to win that one, so I guess it doesn't matter. But it's weird to concede into a mercy,
Right.
mercy loss. Okay, well, you know what? If you woke up this early on a Saturday morning to watch paintball with us, congratulations. You got some really interesting stuff going on there. I have never seen a dead player hit a buzzer before on purpose. I think the refs were also very, very puzzled by that, and they were trying to figure out what direction to go for a rule standpoint. So, thank you to Paintball Playground. That is a VR game you can download from Steam, play some paintball at home during the winter. Maybe try hitting the other team's buzzer after you're dead. Let's see where that goes.